I'm back hosting another face-to-face for Speedstar's online press conference. Now, the last face-to-face was very entertaining, so I hope this one can top it. And I'm here with two legendary fighters. We've got Charlie Morgan, also known as Chizzy Dizzy, and we've got Zane. Sorry, I don't know how to say your last name.
Sarrionandia.
Sarrionandia. Okay. This is going to be an exciting fight. I know, Charlie, you've had seven fights, and Zane, you've
Mhm.
only had, well, this will be your second. But I'll start with you. What a debut. You've just been saying it to me off camera. You know,
Yeah,
anyone
yeah.
who doesn't know him, he was 15 kilos, less than the guy. The guy had weight on him, the guy had more experience, and Zayn still battled on, beat him on points. So we'll just speak about that. Obviously your debut. How did you really feel going into that fight?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, the only thing you can do is train harder, bro. And this is what I say all the time and that. Do you know what I mean? Like he was smoking, so like the minute I seen this guy smoking, I don't know what it is yet, but it just flipped in my brain because I thought you can't beat me. Do you know what I mean? If you're smoking fags and that and you're not dedicated to it, then it's just not gonna happen. Do you know what I mean? Like me when I'm training, I'm in the gym constantly. Like I leave the gym, I go to another gym. Do you know what I mean? That's how I train. Like I put my head onto it. Do you know when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Like that's what I mean. Much respect to him. I like the guy. We were good mates, like mates getting to know each other. Last thing we just obviously had to get the job done and that, but it went good. He gave me a really good do. First round he did pretty well. I was just getting a feel for it. Never been in the ring properly before. And then second and third I grew. I outboxed him a lot and I got the win. But yeah, it went pretty well. It gave me a nice little feel for it and that. Didn't like the 16 Oz and that though, a bit too heavy, but we're moving it. But
Yeah, definitely. That was kind of a risky fight for you to take, really. Obviously, I mentioned all the benefits he had there. You didn't really have anything on him.
nah, nah.
So why did you actually take that? Did you want to just
I
box
don't.
straight away
No,
with any opinion?
I feel like backing out's worse than losing. If you lose, you lose. Do you know what I mean? If I go
Yeah,
into a
yeah.
fight
You
and I
stepped in the
lose,
ring.
it's a big thing. Do you know what I mean? But if like I weren't gonna give up. Do you know what I mean? And but yeah, that's what it was. And I thought I could have him. I knew in my head, I knew in my mind I could have him. So if do you know what I mean? I'd eat myself up by it for the rest of my life if I didn't go and do it.
Yeah, 100%. It was better not backing out and taking the fight.
Yeah.
I'll go on to Chizzy. Obviously, this is your eighth bout. Um,
Mhm.
and your opponent obviously went rounds with someone with a lot more experience, like you do have.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking going into this fight?
Listen, I'm an honest guy, yeah, and I respect anyone that goes into the ring, so I'm not going to be sat here like probably the rest of them haven't gone, oh, I'm going to knock him out. I've got the edge in him. I've seen him on the back. He looks sharp. He looks sharp, and he's beat a man with more experience and stuff. 16 ounce gloves. It's a fucking graft, man. When you're fighting in 16 ounce gloves and you're fighting someone who's also heavy and stuff, and you've got to fucking, constantly put pressure, and you got the job done. So that's why I'm excited for this fight. It's a challenge.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, Zane, you've trained a lot since then. That was in March. What was it like boxing with head guards on? Because you do that in sparring, but with an actual fight, I bet it must feel weird.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously, I went on holiday all last year, so I did that fight, and then I just started traveling, so I didn't get much training in. So then, obviously, like around September, I started training again, and I took it serious. But now I know what you're on about the head guards. Like it's just annoying, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
because if you get hit with a big dig, you can't see. So then the guy's got to pull it over and stuff like that. It's not the best, but it protects you in it. Like I wouldn't have wanted to fight him without an head guard at his weight. Do you know when I'm at my weight? If we were both at the same weight, then fairs. But nah, I know what you're saying, but nah, yeah, it's not the best. I prefer having it off because like some movements when you're trying to slip, you get caught because you've got an extra like few inches on your edge.
yeah,
So, but nah, yeah,
yeah, 100%. And we spoke about Zane's last fight, Chizzy. You fought in November. It was kind of disappointing from a viewer's standpoint, just
Yeah.
because obviously it lasted 30 seconds and the main event crumbled. But we know you're an exciting fighter, so anyone you fight, it is going to be entertaining. But what happened with that?
I was originally meant to fight Ashley Kino, but he got, for some odd reason, he decided it was a good idea to go to Atlanta in America, 5 days away from fight night, and then obviously his flights got cancelled, so there was no opponent, and then Hammers got offered. He got offered to take that, so he did. Fair play to him, but he was never going to win. Was he? He was never going to stand a chance, and it was just a bit of a shit main event, really. So I got the job done quite quick.
Yeah, definitely. And respect to Hammers for getting in the ring. You know, you have more
But
experience than him, and he knows there's levels to this, and your levels above. But you was meant to fight Ashley Keno. How do you think that would have went?
that'd have been a bit more of a fight like that. Would have been a bit better, yeah. But I think I still would have win. I don't think he's good enough. You know what I mean? If he's a bit of a brawler type, you couldn't even beat Dawns, and Dawns just ties you up, and he's got no power. So I think I'd end him. So either way, I was winning that main event anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Now we'll move on to your fight, February 22nd, Zane. I mentioned you fought in head guards, and now this fight is not going to be in head guards. So how do you think the transformation will be, and how are you going to deal with, getting hit with power, in the head, nothing blocking it?
Nah, I mean, I like it a lot more. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit of a dancer. I like moving and that. So, do you know what I mean? I'm good with my movement. So, I'm going to prefer it 10 times more. Do you know what I mean? Being in and out. I've been sparring, training without head guards since then. So, like, that's not really a problem for me. Do you know what I mean? Even before, I weren't really training with a head guard anyway, before I even took the last fight. So, I'm definitely like shifting over to not using a head guard. And I feel like I do better without a head guard. The power side of things, like, obviously. I've took digs. Do you know what I mean? I've like regardless, you're going to be able to take a few punches.
Yeah.
So you've that's what your guard's for anyway. Do you know what I mean? If you play it right. But now I'm feeling confident. Feeling confident.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And obviously, I mentioned earlier there was a bit of a weight difference between you and your last opponent, but do you still feel like there'll be more nerves for this fight as, it's on a kind of a bigger platform? Chizzy,
Obviously, when you're fighting someone with a lot more experience, it's obviously always going to be like that. Do you know what I mean? And the platform, that's the biggest thing. Do you know what I mean? This time it's in front of all my people who are watching now. Yeah, big up. They're all going to be seeing it in that. But I like stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Diamonds
yeah,
were
yeah.
made under pressure. Do you know what I mean? That's what you got to do. You got to take them things. Obviously, I know Chizzy's got a bit of experience, man. He's had a few fights, so it'll be a good show. I'm excited to put on a show. Do you know what I mean? I'm excited to have a bit of fun with it. But
Yeah, definitely. And Chizzy, did you mentioned you respect him for taking that last fight? Well,
Of
his
course I
debut.
do. Yeah, of
Did
course.
you watch that? Did you watch
Well,
that fight? His debut or?
I did. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. Yeah, yeah. He did good. Outbox someone who's 16 kilos heavier than he's got a bit of experience behind him. It's can't go unnoticed like that. You got to give respect where it's due in it. You know what I mean? Whether it's in headgear or not. Like I would want to fight in headgear as well if it was that sort of weight difference. So
Yeah, definitely. And it went all the way
yeah,
to the full rounds. Did you take anything away from that, from your standpoint as his opponent? Any
I have,
weaknesses or anything like
I
that?
have, but that's for me. That's for me to
Yeah, yeah.
assess and execute, man.
Definitely. And Zayn, did you take anything away from
yeah, I've been
his last
studying,
fight?
man. I've been studying. It's a bit odd though, yeah, because half of the guys he's fought are melons. Like, sorry to say, and that. Like, obviously, big up to Chizzy, but I've seen some of these fights and their side, what they're doing, and that. You can't do that against someone who knows how to box. Do you know what I mean? And Chizzy smoked him. Do you know what I mean? But these guys, you could put two in a ring at once and I'd smoke them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't. These like, do you know what I mean? So it's hard to really tell. It's hard to really get a feel for it. Like, I've seen some of them are good. So I've seen I know a few weaknesses, I know a thing, but just like he said, I'm not going to sit here and start telling
Yeah,
you my game plan, what's going to go on. But
That's the
obviously,
one, bro.
everyone's got a plan until they get smacked in the mouth. So obviously, I just can't wait till it, like, we'll see what happens. Do you know what I mean? I'm excited to drink for once after the do. Do you know what I mean? Being dedicated, but nah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited. I've been taking a few things back, working on it. Chizzy's obviously 6'1", so I've been sparring taller guys. I've been like managing on that reach, how I'm going to get inside, how I'm going to stay outside, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, other than that, nah, obviously, luckily for me, Chizzy posts a lot of his videos, doesn't he? So you can do a lot of homework. But
That's
yeah,
all good.
yeah. And you just mentioned a lot of Chizzy's fighters or who he fought are melons. Do you think you could beat all of them or most of
I
them?
mean, I mean, I've only seen a few, but one of them just walked in front, like to Chizzy with his hands like this. Like my fucking niece could beat him. Do you know what I mean? And some of the other ones, like I just don't know. I feel like they didn't like they've not had it in them. Do you know what I mean? But like, kudos to Chizzy, obviously. Like he got the job done, but like they're nobody's really. Do you know what I mean? I feel like this is gonna have a big different. It's gonna be a bloodbath. It's gonna be a lot more entertaining. Do you know what I mean? I actually know how to dodge a punch and block a punch, and not just give up. But
Yeah, of course. And you mentioned You want a drink after the event, so that means you've been training hard. How's that been in camp?
Do you know what I mean? I made myself a promise in that, yeah. I said, because I'm very big on that stuff like that. I said, I'm not going to get lit until after it. Do you know what I mean? I'm actually going to dedicate myself and I'm going to like proper try out. So when I've gone out, I've not drank and anything like that. I've just stayed thing. I said, let me give myself at least like 3 months training with
Yeah.
no distractions, no stuff like that. Obviously, some weeks I've slacked off, but what can you do in it? You got to do as best as you can. But now I've been taking the training a lot more seriously. Feeling good coming up to it. Feel good now. I could go tomorrow. So like it's good that I've got an extra month and 10 days, before it all goes off. But yeah.
Yeah, 100% need to be prepared. And Chizzy, he's training hard. I'm wondering how's your camp going? Obviously, you know this will be kind of a tough fight.
I'm using the partying afterwards as a motivator to train harder because I'm similar to Zane. I love getting lit. Like special Liverpool, the fact that the places that the fights in Liverpool, that's just it. But I'm not drinking. I'm using that as a motivator to because soon as fights finish, I'm going out. I'm gone. Like so, I'm training hard. There's no distractions. I'm fighting. I'm fighting a lot of different style of boxers, so I can get a feel for everything. I'm sparring a lot. That's what I'm focusing on.
Yeah, 100%. And you fought in the small influencer scene now for a couple years, Outcast and other little promotions like that. But if
Only since
anyone hasn't,
April. Only since April 24.
oh, April, okay. But if anyone doesn't know who you are, haven't saw your face before, can you give them three kind of facts about you? Maybe it could be as a boxer, your height, your speed and stuff like that.
I'm 6'1". I've got fast feet and I've got a chin, and that's one thing I can take away. I don't think he's going to test my chin. Like um, I can take punches for days. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone, watch out for that chin. And Zane, same with you. Three facts about you.
Funny man, I'm a joker. I like to have fun, man. I'm gonna get in there, do a bit of a dance and that, have a bit of fun with it. See, obviously it depends on how he's gonna take it. Do you know what I mean? I'm one
Yeah,
of them.
yeah,
I like to get a feel for it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying first round it's gonna this and that, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna see what he's getting wrong, and then I'm gonna pick at it, and then that's what's gonna end the fight. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna get in there, and I'm gonna see what's going on. Do you know what I mean? I'm not one of these guys who's like I'm gonna go in straight and knock him out. It's not likely. I need to see what's going on, see what's going wrong, and then that's the points where I use to my advantage. But nah, yeah, definitely, man. But three things about me: charming, funny, and fire in it. But yeah, sick.
yeah. You mentioned you're funny. You're a bit of a joker. Do you think you can probably get under his skin at the press conference on the 21st?
We'll see what happens in it. We'll see what happens, man. It'll be funny. Be excited, man.
I love a joke as well, man. I mean, if he land some good shots, I'll just smile at him and hit him back. That's the type of person I am. Like, watch my fights, I'll smile all the way through a fight. I'm big on having a laugh as well. Life's too short to be beefing people. It's a sport at the end of the day. Like, I'm not going in there hating his fucking. I'm not going in there hating the bones of him, man. We have to have a fight in it. I love fighting.
Yeah, definitely. Now, can we get the prediction for the fight? I'll start with Chizzy.
I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go. To be honest, I don't know much about him, but I think I've got more heart. I've got a chin. I feel like I'm faster. Feel like I could nick it by a decision or a third round knockout, maybe. That's my honest opinion right there.
That's cool. That's cool. Love to see it. And Zane, can we get your prediction?
I was saying second round over. Second round over TKO. First round gonna be a even thing. See what happens. Second round, that's when it's gonna be the fun round. Do you know what I mean? If it
Yeah,
makes it to the third round, I'll hold my hands up. Fair play, man. Respect to you, but I reckon it's not gonna go past the second. Second, I'm going for it. Do you know what I mean? I want a highlight reel. Do you know what I mean? But nah. Mm.
yeah. Your first fight in March, obviously, it went all the way. It went to points. And you've just predicted a knockout. Have you been working on that knockout power?
Yeah, I've definitely been working on like that. Not gonna say too much, but I feel like I've got a lot more power, and Chizzy's my weight, so
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
it's not going to be like punching a heavy bag. Do you know what I mean? He's going to
Different.
feel he's gonna feel the punches, and he said yeah, he's got a iron chin, so I guess I'll have to take the body out. But um, but yeah, no, I'm excited, man. It's gonna be a good do. I would drink after in that, but yeah, be a good do, man. That's like he said, it's boxing, man. You got to go in, get the job done. there's nothing against him or anything like that. I feel like I'm the better man. He'll feel like he's the better man. Obviously, we'll see what happens. And yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I've done a couple face to faces now. We've done something for fun. A little bet on who's gonna win or who's gonna get that knockout. Do you two fancy having that? It could be money, a tattoo, and
I don't know. I'm not. The
Hey,
tattoo's a bit crazy, isn't
embarrassing
it?
I'm not doing.
poster.
Yeah, we're not making no stupid bets. I've seen some of these bets. Yeah, like we'll keep it simple. I'll buy him a fishbowl after at levels or something like. You know what I mean? I'm not
I
getting
Yeah,
don't mind. I
tattoos.
like. Yeah, I don't mind money in that, but these tattoo ones are a bit like
yeah,
weird.
that's
You know what I mean?
outrageous.
Like they're
No
not gonna get the
tattoos.
tattoos. Do you know what I mean? And then they're gonna look like melons for saying that they're gonna get tattoos. Do you know what I mean? I'm not. I'm not. My tattoos look fire. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to get Chizzy owns me or something on my shoulder. I'm alright, man. If you know what
None
I
of that.
mean.
Yeah, definitely. And the last question as well.
But
Just a quick.
if he wants to put a big bet on it, I'll put 100 on myself right now. If he wants to do a little side wager with me and that, I'll put a one man up straight on me. If I win, I take a oneer. If you win, you take a oneer. That's on top. It's up to you.
No, I'm not a better person to be honest. If you win, I'll pay for your drinks. But no, I want to go in there and take 100% of my person and not giving it away.
Yeah, I'm with you. I get you.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And lastly, can we have a message to each other before fight night? I'll start with Chizzy.
Good luck to him. I know he's taking it seriously, man. So good luck to him in it. No, enjoy training. Don't. You know what I mean? Keep at it. All right,
Yeah.
big respect, man.
Yeah, man. Same to him, man. All respect. My advice, I'd say train some better, spar with some better people. But I don't know.
I'm sparring with a variety of people.
Yeah, banging. Good shit, man. I'll see you on press conference, man.
I'll see you soon in it.
Love.
Yeah, everyone, thanks for watching this face to face. The tickets for this epic night of boxing will be on Speedstar Boxing's Instagram page, Facebook page, the link in bio. And yeah, man, that's cool. Thanks for joining.
Nice one, Lewis. In a bit, yeah.